Hello, Mike from Canavan Wealth. Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about savings. I have an article here that is going to be going up on the website blog about whether you save into emergency savings or your retirement goals. Uh, Article's fine. I really picked this one because I wanted to talk about saving in general and your strategy for saving. So this goes through, kind of gives you, why you might prefer to save into emergency savings versus retirement goals. It's a pretty short article. It'll be on the website soon. So the reason I want to talk about saving is because it relates to the number one thing that I think all retirees need when they show up to retirement. And that has nothing to do with an account value or how you structured your retirement assets or anything else. It has to do with, can you live within your means? And have you done so the vast majority of your life? That is going to set you up for a successful retirement far more than any amount of money you can have. For example, if I found a couple that had $1 million in their 401k, but were living on $300,000 a year, had multiple expensive car loans, every 5 years they rolled their mortgage over to a more expensive house or took the cash out in order to buy something extravagant, and had $100,000 in consumer debt between credit cards and kind of personal loans, which is, it sounds crazy, but I've seen that before. That I worry about substantially more than a couple who shows up. They've got $50,000 in their 401k. Maybe they've got a little pension at work. They've got an annuity or something, maybe another little income stream, like a union pension or something. And then they've got pretty decent Social Security, but they were just never in a spot in their life where they could save substantially. But their house is paid off. They drive reliable used cars, and they're camp trailers bought and paid for, and that's what they plan on their retirement in. And I show them what their income stream is going to be with, pension, Social Security, all of that, and they say, yeah, like that's going to work. We can live within that, and I have no worries of that because they have proven that they can live within their means throughout their entire life. I worry less about a couple like that, right? So how do you learn to live within your means and save, right? Because I think the emergency savings is extremely important, but I think people lose too much focus on where you should save money. All of my younger clients at least know that when I talk about, where you should save money, if it's outside of the retirement system, so an IRA or 401k, then I think you should just save it in you and your spouse's name for whatever purpose it is. You can separate it by accounts if you want a college account or whatnot. But, if you're going to save for college, I generally don't recommend college saving plans because of how restrictive they are. Similarly, if you want to gift your kids money in the form of like a uniform trust of minors account, a lot of people, you'll want to save like a couple $100 a year or something for your kids. You give it to them when they're 18 or something. Again, I think you should just put it in your own account. You can gift $17,000 a year. You'll have no problem giving it to your kid when they're 18, and you get to control it as long as you want to. So I think people spend too much time thinking about where they should save it and not enough time thinking about like kind of what their strategy is for saving. And the strategy is this, right? So I think when you're early in life, you think this is how it's going to work. What you make minus what you spend, whatever's left over is what you save. So if I make $6,000 a month, I spend $4,500, then I'll put $1,500 in my savings account at the end of the month. It does not take most people long to figure out that this is not how it works. There are very few people, I have met a few, I'm mesmerized by their ability to do it, who live like this, who like effectively their checking accounts build up, and then they're like, oh, I need to do something with all of this money, and they put it in their investments or whatnot. I'm no different than the rest of the world. This does not work for me, right? What I have to do is this, and I'm good at math. I understand that mathematically these are the same, but in real life, most people understand this is actually the way that you have to save, which is whatever it is you make, you have to save whatever it is you want to save, because you will spend every penny of the rest of it. I have 3 full-size pinball machines that prove this fact perfectly, right? So you have to develop a strategy to save the amount of money that you want, and then you have to live on the rest, right? And maybe some of that saving is for family vacations, things like that, right? I squirrel away money every month. I get paid as a 1099 employee. I don't work for Waddell and Reed. I'm an independent contractor, so I have to pay my own taxes, and they're heavy, and I have to pay for the business. I have to prepare to put my kids through college in the next couple of years. So we squirrel away money into lots of different ways. And I intentionally set a target of money that I live on every month that is just slightly below where I am comfortable, right? So that there's a little bit of a burn every time we think about going out to eat, doing a weekend away or something like that, that we think, oh, is that really going to fit inside the budget? If I did this the other way around, it would all get spent. I know it would. So it's a strategy like this that I think is a more important question than where should you be putting it, your retirement or emergency goals. This type of thing is great, and you should be asking yourself this: how much should we be putting into effectively tax deferred status versus keeping it accessible? And you know, a financial planner can help you kind of figure out what that blend should be. But before you get here, you need to get real comfortable at saving in a strategy that you are going to keep yourself, accountable to. So I hope this was helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.